Test. Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Whoa.
I'm joined today by my guest, Trent Ludzack,
Hello.
comedian, podcaster, and
Just a guy, just kicking around.
current journeyman, traveling where the wind takes him.
Yeah. I realized I'm not homeless, I'm a hobo. If you get technical about the terminology, a hobo is a person who does not have a home but does have a trade that makes them travel a lot.
Right. That's fair. Which, I mean, you're not homeless. You got a home. I'm sure you got a family you can
If I
go back to if you had to.
if I want to drive 2 days, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Where's your family from?
There's a weird flux. Like my parents are moving. Like all the kids are out all the way. So they sold the childhood home. They're living they have like multiple properties in the town my dad grew up in like northern rural Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And they're looking at basically buying like their winter home somewhere in Florida.
That's a good idea, I guess.
Yeah.
More old people in Florida.
Yeah, it's I don't know, my parents aren't even that old.
What's going to happen to Florida, man? Because, literally it's just old people who live there.
Well, they're going to die. And then there's going to be a lot of room.
There's just going to be a bunch of empty, mansions and yachts and stuff like that.
Yep. And then we get to take them. It'll be the next, like when they opened up the land out in, the Oklahoma Sooners. You know that whole story?
No.
It's like the government was like, okay, so you can just claim this land. You just got to rope it off and claim it as yours. We start at this time. So there was just a line of motherfuckers with all their shit in wagons.
That's crazy.
And on the go line, you would just go rope off as much land as you could for yours.
How do we get that again?
But the Sooners was we just need all the old people to die in Florida very quickly. And then we can just what's the big retirement community in Orlando? There's it's like the biggest one.
Disney?
It's its own city.
Disney?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Orlando has two
Disney will never die, though. Well, no. Maybe. They've been putting out some stinkers.
Walt's never going to die.
He's still... his head is still cryogenically frozen.
Dude, Futurama was just telling us that Walt Disney's head is still alive and making all the shot calls.
Yeah. That's possible, I guess.
Yeah.
Anything is possible.
For sure.
People get very, set into what they believe and stuff, what they believe about the world, but really, if it came out tomorrow that there was space reptilians who controlled everything, I wouldn't be that surprised.
No,
because things are kind of weird.
It's because we're comedians and we're broken and we don't have full beliefs.
I wouldn't, and that would shake your whole foundation. It'd be like everything you knew was a lie.
Not me. I mean, I would be like, oh, I was wrong about a lot of things, but
But I was right about the space reptilians.
Not even the space reptilians, man. It would just it would make a lot more things make sense.
Yeah.
Than it would confuse things for me.
Things on Earth,
it would be like, oh, that's
sense,
a factor. No, they don't make a lot of sense.
Whoever just kills the most people, they get to decide what right and wrong is, and whoever has the most control and power and money gets to dictate the rules.
Damn, are you trying to make me sad?
Yeah, I mean, it's reality.
This is why I don't think about conspiracies anymore.
It's just reality, man. You can't do anything if you're broke and you have no one who helps you.
Wow, thanks for just that. That really felt like a direct shot at me.
No, I'm the same way. I'm the same person. So I'm broke, and there ain't nobody helping me.
Yeah.
So I can't change anything. So what do I care if there's reptilians?
So let's just make stuff up on the internet.
Yeah, that's the only job out there for us. What are we gonna be? Construction workers or something?
I've tried that life,
not gonna work.
And it's not for me. I'm not a fan.
IT guys, not gonna work.
Not forever. You can make it. You're pretty.
I couldn't do it forever, man.
Forever? No. I can't imagine. Dude, just hanging out in a shop all day.
The only thing that gets me through, like, talking to these computer customers is that I go do something else after. Which I like fixing computers and stuff, but
like, the customers are the worst part of the job.
But yeah, in comedy, I don't have to answer to anyone, not the crowd or the ticket holder. I don't have to answer to them. Like,
I don't know, man. There was that one time when I almost had to answer to an audience member, and then you saved me from that. You remember Slow Pour, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
what
almost
a divisive joke. But isn't it like, aren't Army guys and like ex-military guys supposed to be the tough guys that they got the thick skin, they can handle anything? Like, you can't handle a joke.
So he was a Marine. I don't know if you saw it.
I heard him come up and be like, I was feeling some kind of way till he said you were a veteran.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. I can't remember exactly, but it was
something like, who cares, man? He was real dumb.
Like, you're a douche.
No, but his he did like the whole what branch, and I said Army, and then like there's this probing thing that a certain kind of douchebag vets do.
What's your
they won't go that direct most of the time. They'll ask more like subtle questions that you'll only really like based on your answer you can kind of tell.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're just probing me. And he did that, and I just looked him in his eye, and I'm like, Marines? He's like, what? I'm like, you were a Marine. He's like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, you were in a cult. He's like, yeah. And he just kind of giggled and walked off because he knows I'm right. And that's the reason that they're the most butthurt. They're the toughest physically, but they identify so deeply with it. Like, they're like, the Marines really is a cult, so it's really personal for them.
Yeah.
Like, Air Force is probably the easiest to detach.
My buddy was a Marine though, and he didn't like it. He got out. Doesn't really even talk about being a Marine. Like,
yeah, that's I'm that kind. You know, there's kind of two kinds of vets.
He just didn't like the people there and didn't get along with a whole lot of people. He made a few friends, and once he got the early sign out or whatever, where you get off like 6 months early. He took that
you save up your leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he went through some program to just get out like 6 months early.
Oh, damn, I wish I could have done that.
I think it was going on right after like Obama was about to leave office.
Okay, so that was a little after
Trump hadn't been elected yet, I don't think.
That was after my time then. I got out in like 2015.
Yeah. So,
or no, wait, no.
I don't even know. Yeah, it must have been around that time.
Early 2015 I got out.
When did Trump get elected? 2016?
Yeah.
It must have been right before then. So, yeah, about the same time.
It's pretty dumb, though. No, the military's really stupid.
Yeah, he was in, like, Okinawa.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So he was, fuck. A lot of drinking there. That's like...
They got in trouble where they weren't allowed to go drinking in town. Somehow there was like a new law where it was something about they couldn't like leave base on the weekends or something like that.
Somebody fucked up really bad.
Yeah, because some guy got drunk and like went into a Japanese civilian's house and just like fell asleep in his bed or something.
Damn, that was not where I thought that story was going, man.
No, he just like broke into their house and like went to sleep.
He tied up and over 4 days murdered an entire Japanese family. That's what I thought you were about to say.
Would that have been funnier?
No, but that's just like in Korea we had curfew where like we couldn't be out past I think midnight or some shit like that. And like all the curfew stuff was because soldiers had done stuff like one guy just broke in and tried to rape a lady once.
Oh my gosh.
So like another time there were vets who got like, there's some guys who got like a pellet gun and they were just rolling around Korea just shooting people's windows out.
Yep.
So like
that's
so
how
like
disrespectful to be like.
So like those are the stories that I was hearing. But apparently they locked all their shit down totally over a guy falling asleep in someone's house. That's pretty
bad though. It's just really disrespectful. Like like
Yeah, but it's not.
be a foreign military and like get
Dude,
wasted.
we got
and-
curfew for rape. That's crazy, dude. The Marines locked down everybody over sleeping. That doesn't
Yeah,
seem
I
very
don't know.
Marines. They're usually about
I'm just
blowing
relaying
hookers.
that story from him.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
this is a game of telephone.
Who cares anyway? I hope people are still suffering
know.
over there because of that one guy that fell asleep.
I thought about joining the military when I was in high school, but after hearing everyone's stories, I'm kind of glad I
You should be really glad. It's a scam.
joined a rock band instead, which definitely wasn't a cult.
No, no way. Music becoming a cult?
Yeah, no,
Couldn't happen.
not at all.
No
we
way.
didn't all wear like a uniform essentially, and like perform rituals, worship
Yeah,
certain people, and
it's all a cult.
yeah,
The Marines is just a scary cult.
even comedy is a cult.
Of course. It's all cults, man. It's the only way to get anything done. The only way anything gets done is one guy convinces a bunch of other people that they should do what he says.
Yeah. Who would be the leader of the comedy cult, you think? Like Dave Chappelle, someone like that? Murray?
Murray. Fuck, dude. Imagine comedy is dead tomorrow if Murray becomes the head of the comedy cult. He'd be like, all right, guys, so we're all going to do one long show, every comedian in America, and we'll all do the aristocrats.
The aristocrats. I know. He keeps asking me to do the aristocrats joke, but I'm like, I don't tell jokes in that
Like
style.
that, no. Also,
I
like,
don't even say poopy potty words in
you
my
got to
set.
get, I mean,
I do dark themes.
Yeah.
I do adult themes, but I just found it's easier if I don't say like fuck
Yeah.
and shit and damn and piss and cunt and
I've been getting dirtier.
yeah.
Like, there was a good stretch there where I was writing, like, I wasn't writing any swearing. And then I just kind of gave up on that mentality. And I'm just kind of letting it go more natural.
It just became like a thing where I was like, I'm just gonna try it without the swearing, and sometimes I feel like a joke just works better without it because you get the idea instead of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's different styles to comedy. There's definitely like the delivery of a guy who's just like very enthusiastic and like extroverted, but that's not really my style. So
Yeah. For me, like, swearing in my set, it's like, it's calculated. Like, I'm
Yeah.
calculating when I'm swearing. Like, sometimes I'm just like, fuck this set. I'm just going to do whatever.
yeah, I feel like for the sake
But-
of like TV and radio,
Mhm.
it doesn't help me any.
Well, I like it, and I'm an advocate because it's good to be able to go without it, and it's important because if the first time you swear is like, you know, if you're doing 10 minutes and you don't swear until 5 minutes in, it's gonna hit so hard.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
like,
yeah.
use it, but like anything, like use some restraint. Like,
Right.
recognize what it is, that it can be a crutch. Don't use it as a crutch. Use it as a tool.
I don't know if you know this, but moderation is not my forte.
Oh, that's a good point, Billy. Damn, I didn't know it extended to swearing.
Yeah, there's nothing I do in moderation.
No moderation. I don't podcast in moderation. We're going for 6 hours today.
I'm addicted to podcasting. I do get addicted to everything I do. I get addicted to games and shows and
Yeah.
sleep sometimes.
I think I'm just really good at, like, catching addiction right away. Like, I kind of, like, start to fall, and then I'm like, wait, I'm really good at that.
Are you like overall happy in your life? Pretty.
Content.
You got a lot of self-esteem and.
No, not that. I just, like,
But you feel
years ago I changed my definition of happiness to content,
yeah,
which is much more achievable.
yeah.
So, like, if you're like, hey, man,
My mom used to.
I'm
try to tell me,
fine. I don't
teach me
have
that.
problems. If I don't have anything to complain about, then why be mad about anything?
My mom tried to teach me that lesson exactly. That
Yeah.
you don't have to be like, you don't have to fulfill all your dreams. You can be happy with contentment, where all your needs are met and You're way better off than a lot of other people, but I just have to go to the max.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good about that.
That's my nature.
That's-
I have to do it to the max 360, no scope.
Max 360 no scope.
I gotta put my try hard boots on.
Are you playing the new Modern Warfare game?
I'm downloading it right now.
Oh no, we're gonna lose you for a while. It seems like.
Well, yeah, and all the guys at the computer store like to play that game, so
Oh no.
it's like a tradition.
Yeah, so you've got like.
Especially the Modern Warfare. We don't play the Black Ops too much.
I mean, I stopped playing Call of Duty games around the time that the last Modern Warfare 2 came out.
Yeah, me too. But because we tried Modern Warfare 3 and I didn't like it too much, so I kind of fell off. And then the Modern Warfare that came out a couple years ago was really good. I played like the demo or beta or whatever they called it. And I was like, okay, this feels like the old school Modern Warfare 2. And so I'll give this a try. And I got that game through my friend who bought a video card, but he already had the game. So he gave me the code
there you go.
that came with the video card. And so I got that game for free thanks to him. And I loved that game. So I'm going to try out the second one. But they ruined that game. They ruined the Warzone because I didn't even know they were going to do a battle royale until it came out.
Oh,
And I was like, and then we played a bunch of that.
I never got into one of the Battle Royale games.
Battle royale is fun if you have a 4-man squad of friends to go in with because you're all like talking and
Yeah.
it's fun.
It seems so high stress to play alone.
Yeah, it sucks to play alone because everybody's better than you and they know where all the good stuff is, all the secret bunkers. And I have a friend who plays like Fortnite competitively. He used to, and the game I was playing versus the game he was playing were two very different games.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I don't even know how to play this game.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. I mean, I had a long period of League of Legends play.
Nice. Okay, so you're a nerd.
Yeah, like season 2 to season 8 probably.
Yeah.
And that's probably the most addicted to something I've been since coffee.
I never got into the MOBA style games.
I fucking loved it, man. I played so much. Like there were periods where I was playing like 6 hours a night every night.
I don't like the point and click movement. I'm a very like hack and slash or shoot 'em up.
I mean, it depends. Sometimes if the game's good enough, but like Jesus.
Oh man.
I liked it, but like once I got out of that, I really took a turn in video games. Like I don't do first person, I don't do like the competitive shit. I want a video game to be a long movie.
Yeah, same. But there's not a whole lot of great story games out there, right?
Man, they're around. Like there's always a few.
What's your favorite like story mode?
Favorite. That's hard. I don't like to say favorites. I like to make lists.
Yeah. Well, what's a good one that
Yeah.
you recommend?
Dude, I mean, the classic is The Witcher 3 is probably the best RPG ever.
Okay. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It's like
It's a highly revered game.
I cannot play Skyrim since I started playing that because Skyrim is such a step down.
Yeah.
It's like on every level.
Yeah. I'm not a big Skyrim fan either because it feels very empty. It's like, why am I even doing all of this? Why am I even gathering all this garbage for no reason?
It really once you have that realization about Skyrim, you're like, I'm just gathering garbage to do nothing with.
Yeah.
It gets pretty sad. And then they stopped pretending it wasn't that when they introduced like the build your house mode.
Yeah.
It's like now you're just clearly flaunting that I'm just getting shit to put in nowhere.
Yeah. Did you ever play BioShock?
Yeah, I love the BioShock series.
That was a good campaign, single player game.
I was in the army when the third one came out. I was in Korea. And these two guys got me into the BioShock series like a month and a half before the third game came out.
Nice.
And I played through, I think I played through the first one, the second one, the first one, the second one in a month and a half before the third one came out. And we walked in on our lunch break to the store and like we're looking for it on the shelves and then the guy rolled out with it on the cart.
At the military, like Walmart type of store?
The BX, because it was on an air base.
BX. Yeah, it's always something X.
It's called the PX, the post exchange on army posts.
Okay.
But air bases are bases, so it's the base exchange.
Yeah, because my buddy would always talk about getting like PC parts at the PX.
Yeah.
When he was in like Okinawa.
Yeah, I mean it's just it's a Walmart.
Yeah.
That's all it is. But then like
but they got more stuff than Walmart. Like Walmart sells like gaming PC stuff.
Well, they'll have like other stores attached.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So like the one that we had when I was in Korea, I was on Osan Air Base, which is probably the best place you can be stationed in Korea. It's a fucking awesome base. Their BX is like a small mall.
Yeah.
Like there's a full food court and all that stuff. Like you could be on guard duty and you could order Chili's to deliver the food to the guard shack. And I mean, I left Korea 20 years old. And there were multiple times when I ordered like a Jack and Coke and got like a 16-ounce Jack and Coke delivered to my guard shack, no questions asked. Korea's the best, man.
Yeah. Did you ever go skiing?
Yeah, I was a snowboarder a lot in high school, and then I went a few times in Korea.
I heard Korea's got some nice
It
mountains.
was fun, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's so many people.
We need to get like a comedy ski trip going. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
all
but
the comics who
all you Southerners,
poor.
man, a bunch of people are gonna get hurt.
I know how to do it.
Yeah. Me, you, and then
there's got to be other like
there's got to be a few.
Comics.
But then there's gonna be like 3 of them that don't know how to do it.
If you can skateboard, you can ski.
It's a pretty different.
I grew
attached.
up like water skiing and wakeboarding though, so
yeah, I grew up like snowboarding.
I'm very accident prone. I got a really bad concussion wakeboarding one time. I was at like the park where they have
on the water.
Where they have like ramps and features and like rails and stuff. And I wasn't even trying to like hit a feature, but I wasn't used to the speed of the cable and I was going too fast. And I just slung myself into a feature. I like went off the ramp, did like half a front flip and just landed on my head.
Oh, good.
And I was wearing a helmet and everything. And I didn't go in the water, but I was like seeing stars, dude. I was like,
damn,
all dizzy. I just sat in the beanbag chair. I like crawled out of the water.
You sat in the beanbag chair?
Well, the guy in the jet ski came over.
Why is it assumed that there's a beanbag chair?
Because it's a wakeboard park, man.
Okay, I've never been to one. I've always wanted to try it.
It's off of 41 up in Emerson, which is just like a small town near like Cartersville almost.
I mean, I'm too old to start. I'm going to die if I try it now.
It's tough to get the hang of like taking off from the dock with the cable if you haven't done that before. It takes some time to learn that, but it's pretty fun to ride around the beginner lake. It's pretty much like think of like 4 crane arms on the small lake.
Yeah.
Well, it's more like 6, and they just pull you on a pulley system around, and then there's like...
Oh, so you can just go in a circle continuously?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But then they have like ramps that you can jump off and like platforms you can jump up onto and go from one platform to the higher one and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Some people do some really insane stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Acrobatics and...
Yeah. I haven't done like any extreme sports stuff recently because I'm a little scared. I know I still have a little of that impulse to be like, yeah, I'll hit that big ass kicker.
Yeah, that's my problem.
It's like
I'm too old.
And then I'll do it, and I'll land, and I'll hit the landing. Even if I hit the landing right, I'm still like, that hurt more than it should have.
It basically is snowboarding features, like floating in the water.
Yeah, I think I could pick it up pretty quick.
Yeah.
But Should I? Probably not.
This it's expensive too, so
Yeah.
it's like $70 for a day pass,
Oh man,
something
yeah.
like that.
That's snowboarding prices.
And it takes you like a whole day to learn how to do it.
Oh really?
So you really have to invest like at least $140.
To like have one fun session.
Yeah.
Nah, not gonna do it.
Because I thought I could pick it up because I'd wakeboarded and water skied my whole life, but the cable just yanks you forward, and you have to learn how to like brace for that.
Throw your body back at the right moment.
Yeah, change your stance and everything.
Man, I think I could get it.
It is fun though.
I think I could get it in half a day.
If you get a chance, go on YouTube and just look up like wakeboard.
I mean,
park.
I've seen it. I've seen them, but like
some of the stuff people do is insane.
I'm still a little baffled that it's like these are places where it's assumed that there's beanbag chairs.
Well, it's outside, and they have competitions, so people will watch.
From beanbag chairs?
Also,
beanbag chairs are not outdoor furniture, though.
No, they're like whatever. They put them in the shipping container, and then they pull them out in the morning.
Dude, that is so much more trash sounding.
It's cool, man. You gotta check it out.
Okay.
They might be like outdoor beanbag chairs.
I mean, let's go watch a competition. Let's go get hammered. Some of us will get hammered.
My brother got me into it. He was working as an engineer, and decided he just wanted to like change it up one day. So he quit his job and started working at the wakeboard park. And I mean, he's an engineer. He can get another job.
Oh yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah, he just took a leave of absence and never came back.
Having fun.
Yeah, and so he spent the whole summer working there, running the cable. And so kids' parents will come watch and stuff.
Yeah,
and he was doing lessons too. He was like teaching the little kids how to. They have like a kids area. They have a really cool like kids lake.
And there's not a real chair in sight. It's all beanbags.
It's chill, man. It's a chill vibe.
It's a chill vibe, bro.
They got the beanbag chair. It's people pull up in their vans and stuff. Kind of like a skate park.
Man, so probably part of the reason that kind of stuff wasn't around, or at least I'd never heard of it really, was because that was lake shit. Like,
yeah.
I grew up in Minnesota where there's a lot of lakes.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're doing that, you've got, you're rich enough. You're doing it off of a boat.
This is redneck lake shit, though.
No. It's fancy lakes up there.
Well, we had a boat because my grandmother lived on the lake. Her house was on the lake.
Oh, yeah.
And so we had just an old speedboat, Sea Ray. And it wasn't the fastest, nicest boat, but
I'm sure it's enough to tear kids' arms out of their sockets when the angry uncle gets on there at the tube.
With just my brother driving, it had enough pickup to sling you around.
When they got the game, or not the game, I would say child abuse move, where they'll like stop the boat and then turn around and slowly drive past you, and as soon as they pass you, they just gun it.
Yeah, we called the whip.
Yeah, no, that sucks.
Put them in the whip.
That's not fun.
Or the circle of death was another one.
That's fun, though.
Where my brother would just drive in circles.
Yeah.
And then the driving in circles will create this, like, wave monstrosity. And you're also in the whip. So you're just hitting, like, peak after peak.
Nah, dude, that's my favorite shit,
it's like, what do they call them when you're, what are they, like, moguls? It's like hitting the moguls on the water.
Oh, I haven't been tubing in so long. It's fun, though.
Yeah, we used to stick 2 tubes behind the boat, and we called it battle tubes.
Yeah.
And, dude, people lost teeth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you remember? I never got to ride one, but do you remember when they made the flying tube?
Yeah.
That they had to make illegal?
Yeah,
because, like, there'd be videos, people would be, like, 30 feet in the air, and then they would just, like, lean a little bit, and it would just flip and smash them into the water.
Dude, my the girl I dated in high school, they had a tube that was real flat, and if you towed it behind a jet ski, you could get like, because a jet ski can turn a lot faster than a boat, so you go fast, and then you would cut it real quick, and that flat one, man, you could just glide it. And that was fun. So I did do that. It wasn't the flying one that gets you like dangerously high, but I would be like airborne.
I've done a little gliding
And
before.
I knocked the wind out of myself a couple times doing that. It was not safe at all.
No. Dude, nothing about tubing is safe. Like imagine explaining tubing to like a guy in the dark ages.
Yeah.
Like you're like, all right, so you know how you guys got boats?
You couldn't even explain a boat to a speedboat, motorboat.
No, yeah, that's the first hurdle is being like, so you guys have boats, right? But so imagine
Imagine an explosion propelling that thing.
Imagine if a boat can go faster than anything you've ever seen move in your whole life. And then we're going to put a floating thing made out of dead dinosaurs. We're going to tie it to the back of that thing, and then we're going to put kids on it. And it'll be
whose kids? My own.
Anybody's kid. Yeah, my kids, your kids.
They love it. Look at them.
Look at them. It's so fun. And it is fun. I don't know. And it's weird. Like, I didn't really know anybody who got, like, seriously injured doing it. It seems like something that...
You hear about it, though.
Yeah, you do. But you
got to be a smart redneck. It's like the Jackass song they always play. If you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough.
I don't know that song, but that makes sense.
You ever seen, like, Jackass 3?
Yeah.
I think they play it in that movie.
Okay. Nah, the first one was the best one.
I don't remember who sings it, but it's like, if you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough.
I mean, it's just, yeah, you do. It's correct.
But you hear about Lake Lanier here in Georgia. People say it's haunted.
It is.
Haunted by alcohol.
I mean, isn't there like a town under there or some shit?
Haunted by the spirit of Bud Light. Yeah, there is, but it's like lakes are just dangerous, and that lake has the most people. So obviously there's going to be
the most shit going on. Yeah, but also all those dead people under the lake. They probably
I don't know about all that.
They moved the graves, but did they move the bodies?
I bet I couldn't even afford one of those houses.
No.
Under Lake Lanier.
No, definitely not, man. That's prime real estate, dude. Full lake access property. You don't get that kind of stuff.
There's a bunch of people who live on that lake in boathouses.
Oh, I could probably do that.
I would not want to do that, man. You live on a boat?
Yeah. Why not?
'Cause why?
Because why not? It's probably cheap.
I guess it's cheap, but you're floating all the time.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
And like one bad storm,
you're standing sometimes, you're sitting sometimes.
All your house is just gone after one accident, one storm.
We'll just, I don't know, sleep in the car that night.
Do they have a car? Where do you keep your car if you live on a boat?
Probably at the parking lot.
I could live on like a yacht.
Well, yeah.
Like a houseboat.
Nah, dude, houseboats are dope as hell.
It'd be nice to have a party on one. That would be fun.
That would be. It'd be fun to do like a barge show.
Dude, we need to meet somebody rich who can do like a yacht show.
A yacht show?
Where like a couple comics come and...
There's a yacht club we could probably start hanging out at.
Yeah.
I don't think Actually, I don't know if they're going to let us hang out at the yacht club.
Too bad there's no yacht clubs in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's almost like you need large bodies of water for that or something.
Well, there is Lake Lanier, though. We got to talk to John about getting on a yacht show. There's some people with boats that could be considered yachts.
Well, John has his pontoon.
That is not a yacht.
You're correct.
That's a fishing pontoon.
He can turn that into, like...
I did that show.
How'd it go?
Everybody else really liked it, but I just don't enjoy doing comedy in strange places and situations. It was fun. I had a good time. But
maybe the way to do it would be to find a yacht party and roll the boat up to the yacht party.
When I picture stand-up, I think, like, inside a building.
It's, ideally low ceilings.
With a stage.
Yeah, and like a light.
Lights, somebody running sound.
He didn't have any, like, lights or anything?
It was during the day.
Oh, yeah, that blows.
Yeah. I also picture stand-up happening at night.
It needs to.
That's the proper way to do it.
Daytime stand up, it's just the vibe is always so different.
You get I want to be I wanted to be part of it. It was fun, but
Oh yeah,
it's just not
at least say you did.
traditional stand up. Cuz I really have a love for like the traditional theater. I don't necessarily like Broadway, but I like local productions and stuff, like stage productions.
I took a class where I had to go to a bunch of those.
I was a theater kid growing up, so
Oh, you were that kind of nerd.
yeah. I was
didn't
in
know
Robin
that.
Hood. I was in Peter Pan.
Oh man. Were you any of the good characters?
Nope.
Nope, none of them.
No.
Or were you like a tree and?
Yeah, I was like soldier number 3 or something like that.
Hey. Top 5 soldiers though. Right?
Man, this thing is fucking done over here. Unless I get my charger.
Oh man.
Let me get my charger.
All right. Oh, those are headphones. Ugh. How long have we been going?
Pretty long.
Wait, when did you want to get out of here?
40 minutes. It doesn't matter. We'll go a little longer. Stupid thing. Needs batteries.
Batteries.
So you're not going home for Thanksgiving?
Nah, man, it's so far. I'm just gonna go find a bar.
Yeah. McCracken's.
Probably, yeah.
I bet McCracken's will be a good time on Thanksgiving.
I bet it will be, man.
I would invite you to mine, but I'm not doing it till the day after. So
Yeah, I don't really care, man.
yeah.
Like, I'm pretty whatever on all the holidays.
Oh yeah, I don't really like the whole like gift giving ritual of like Christmas.
I don't even like birthdays.
Yeah, birthdays. I really don't care if you tell me happy birthday or whatever. Like I don't care that much. It's nice. I appreciate it and everything, but
Jesse Martin got upset with me last night because I said I don't care about birthdays, and he's like, "Tell me when your birthday is." And I'm like, "No."
yeah, I think birthdays are like everybody has a birthday, so it's not really that special.
No. You're not special, bitch.
If I won an award or something and you say, "Hey, congrats on that," then that means more to me than happy birthday.
Yeah.
I feel like the have you had any trouble with traffic? Like the grandmas are out getting Christmas presents right now.
Yeah, I mean, traffic is always like when I moved here. I just kind of like set in my head. I'm like, it's just traffic's just gonna be a thing.
Around here, there's like shopping and stuff though. There's like a mall and
Oh yeah,
so it gets really bad.
yeah.
Town
I don't
Center
know.
Mall.
I just mostly hang out in the Walmart parking lot.
Yeah. Have
Or-
you
or
gotten
like
in any
Cool
trouble
Beans.
yet? Road
No.
dogging it?
No, 'cause I'm smart.
Yeah. Nobody's came up to the
Nope.
window or
It's
what
like
about crackheads and meth heads? And
no, not even that.
Dang, that's lucky.
You gotta pick your spots, and fucking the shields help a lot.
Also,
Like,
you got the big beard and the long hair.
Yeah.
You don't look super approachable.
yeah,
Which I feel like I don't look that approachable either. People always come up to me.
get like the windshield screen, and then the big truck ones that are
Yeah.
like 2 of them that like fold out.
Yeah.
Get those on the sides.
You ever like crack the windows or like what do you do when it's like hot? You run it,
Yeah,
AC.
I'll just run it.
Yeah.
I mean, I drive a Subaru, so it doesn't burn that much gas when I'm just running it.
Yeah.
I can just run it for long periods, and it's not a big deal.
That's kind of why I like the electric cars now, is because you'll be able to do that much easier without like, burning too much exhaust and
Yeah.
damaging the precious environment.
I mean,
The
thinking-
truckers do it, so.
I'm thinking more about how much of your available energy you have before
Right,
you gotta
yeah.
fill up.
Money.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you run your engine all night 8 hours sleep session, then you just lost like $20.
I mean, in my car, it's like 10, maybe 15.
Yeah, that's not bad. But still,
But still, you'd
that's
rather
all,
not.
that's all you got paid for the show last night. So at least that's how
Yeah.
it's been on my road experiences.
Yeah, usually. But nah, I haven't had issues.
Because you did the Durango, what's it called?
Four Corners
Four
Comedy
Corners
Festival. Yep.
Comedy Festival. Then you went straight to Skank Fest.
No,
Or-
I went to El Paso for like a week
That's right.
because that's where I started. So I was able to like couch surf with a guy that I started with.
And
Hit all the spots.
did some shows, some book
Yeah.
shows and all that.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of book shows, but I got like feature spots on all the mics.
Nice. Yeah.
Um,
That counts.
That counts, yeah. And then, but that was only like 4 spots over a week, I think. And then I did, which by the way, I stopped in Albuquerque between Durango and El Paso because it's like halfway.
Yeah.
So I did a night there where I did 2 spots.
Do they have a good scene in Albuquerque?
Better than you'd think.
I don't think I've done that city.
Better than you'd think. It's pretty. No, I mean, there's some cool people out there. They've got a small club.
Nice.
Um,
That's good.
yeah.
Yeah, I always love to meet comics in other areas because they're always so different. Yet you find a lot of the same people in other scenes too.
Oh yeah.
Like every scene probably has a Murray
Absolutely, they do.
and
I met a few of them.
like a Kara and
Yep, they're around.
It's just you go to other places and you're like, oh, that's the Marshall of this scene.
Yeah. The tall guy, you're like, oh, there's Liam Nelson.
Yeah.
There's,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. But no, so yeah, I did like a whole I was all over the Southwest. So I did some time in Phoenix. I got a bunch of time in Vegas actually before Skankfest.
Could have hit L.A., man. You ever been to L.A.?
No, I don't give a fuck about LA.
This is a big comedy town, though.
Who
Yeah,
cares?
I don't care about Hollywood and movies and all that stuff. Because,
I don't like. Since I've been old enough to understand that like different cities have different vibes,
yeah.
I've been aware that I have no desire to be any part of the LA vibe.
But it's not all what you see. It never is.
No,
Like,
it never is. But
there's different. Because a lot of good music's come out of California, Southern California.
yeah, sure, and good for them.
I don't
need to participate.
I haven't seen a lot of good stand-up comedy come out of Southern LA or Southern California. Some, I'll say, some has.
Well, the good
But-
stuff that's there, like Tom Segura is probably the best example.
He's a transplant though, right? He's from somewhere
But
else.
I think he started there.
Oh, okay.
I think he like really came up in comedy there.
I don't know much about him.
Ari also kind of came up there, but
Yeah.
he moved to New York, and he was not that good before. Like, like he was podcasting, and
There-
The Amazing Racist was incredible.
There is a very LA style, and maybe just since I don't know, I'm a East Coast guy. I have done most of my touring on the East Coast and
Mhm.
from Atlanta, so maybe it's just not my style. But I'm not a big fan of a lot of like West Coast comics. Music wise, yes.
I think part of, at least for stand up, it's like in LA, like 5 spots a week is killing it.
Yeah.
Over
True.
here, 5 spots a week is like, you kind of tried. When like, there's something different between being like, I got just enough to slightly improve this week.
Yeah, you tell somebody you got 5
Yeah.
spots in a week in Atlanta, they're like, well, okay,
And like, you're around, I guess.
you're out there. Yeah. You
mean,
tell them you got
you know,
like
like,
8 to
yeah.
9 sets. They're like,
People
all
are
right,
oh,
dude,
okay,
yeah."
okay, you're grinding. Yeah. But no, like, so I think it's way more of an East Coast thing to have like almost like FOMO built into the scene,
Yeah.
where like there's so much that you
Yeah.
can't like. There's an abundance of time, whereas like
I get
LA,
FOMO.
it's all starvation mentality, and that develops you different, I think.
I got a lot of other stuff going on, and so like it's tough for me to get out to the open mics because
Of course.
I'm also making music. I also have a family. I also like
Yeah.
have stuff I'm doing.
I've been lucky
But
enough to be make myself just like a straight this is the thing,
yeah,
just this.
it's definitely stand up for me, but I don't feel like I have to restrict myself to only doing stand up because I write my best material when I'm out doing other stuff and
Yeah,
experiencing life with my friends and my family and just like living an actual life that's not
yeah.
just out at the bar every night.
I read in bars.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah. And
Cause
that's good.
cause first of all,
Reading opens your mind
first
quite
of
a
all,
bit.
you're reading and you're doing it in a bar, which is weird and pretentious, so nobody talks to you,
Yeah.
and you get to just eavesdrop on whatever's going on in the bar. It's pretty fun.
I've been trying to read more just because comedy's so much about words and the English language, right? That the more you're reading, the more your vocabulary is expanding and
Yeah,
your perspective is expanding. I think that helps a lot. But
yeah,
also just like when I'm kicking it with the boys, the guys I hang out with who aren't comedians, they're all just like trying to make each other laugh,
yeah.
and there's no pressure on any of them to say something funny. So
Mm.
I just get to steal everything they say,
Yeah, there you go.
and that's always nice.
So I do have a horrible lack of that in my life right now. I have no outside thing.
Yeah, because you're a transplant, so all
Yeah.
the guys you've met so far are comics.
Yeah, it's everybody I know is a comic down here, and the few non-comic friends that I have made, either just don't reach out because they're not those kind of people apparently,
Yeah.
and then, or I just don't see them that often.
Do you feel like the Atlanta scene is similar to other scenes or different in what way? Because I have noticed something about this scene. I want to see if
It's different. There's different. I mean, every scene has its quirks.
I feel like in
Atlanta has some particularly, I think, quirks that hurt it as the scale of how it's seen on the national level.
I agree. And I think the biggest reason here, and this is in the music scene and the comedy scene, and pretty much all art scenes in Atlanta, is that really everybody is looking out for themselves and themselves only. And if you're not looking out for yourself, then you're going to get screwed or forgotten. And nobody really collaborates. And it's hard to collaborate with comedians. It's hard to
Yeah.
collaborate with any other people, in a band or
Yeah.
working on a project. It's difficult,
Yeah.
but I think what a lot of scenes have going for them, and there's some people in Atlanta that do it well. There's quite a few talented improv groups that do things, but it feels like this is a very dog eat dog scene in all aspects.
I mean, yeah, they always are. That's kind of. I don't think that's particularly specific here. I don't know, man. But I feel like there's a kind of in Atlanta has its own independence vibe to it,
Yeah.
to the point that I don't know, man. I feel for the size of scene we don't have as many comics from the surrounding area coming and visiting as often as they should be.
Yeah, yeah. I agree, yeah.
I think that's a big part, and I don't know if it's an image thing, if it's an intimidation thing, or
I think it's more that it's not worth it because there's not really a comedy club. And I think that it was a lot better before COVID when Relapse Theater was around because that was a very community feeling theater. Bobcat Goldthwait used to do Relapse when he would come through. Rory Scovill used to come through and do a weekend at Relapse, and it was just fun stuff. He would do his riff only show where he would do an hour of only riffing, no prepared material, stuff like that. So without Relapse, I think we've really lost that kind of character to our scene.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see another club El Dorado's kind of get in there. It's a small place. Relapse could hold 300 people, at least 250.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Jace told me what the cap was on Relapse. It was something crazy.
El Dorado could use some better marketing, I think.
For sure, they could use a sign.
Yeah. Yeah.
For starters.
Yeah, that would be good. That'd be
I feel
probably
like
a good place to begin.
we should start like a crowdfunding campaign for
crowdfund a
Miguel
sign?
to get a sign. Yeah, dude, I know a sign person.
I know. I got a sign guy.
I got a sign guy, 1 hour signs right here in Marietta. We can make it happen.
All right, how much do we need for a big ass sign?
They are expensive.
I'm sure they are.
I have the Swayze sign. I'd say $1,000.
Oh, that's
We
not,
could raise that.
I thought we were gonna say like 15 grand or something.
I don't know. We'd have to look at it and
Because also like mounting.
Yeah, because
is
it'd
a
have to
thing.
be a light box
Yeah.
for sure. And also, you got to give him like a year or two, make sure that the place is not going to like go under.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think he owns it.
I actually thought
think he
roll call
bought
was over until somebody reminded me about it the other day.
I think he might have bought the unit. I don't know if he leases it or not, but roll call going on there? Yeah.
No, they're not, but like I literally forgot that they were a venue until I was reminded very recently.
Well, they kind of got taken over by Atlanta Stand Up, and it probably wasn't like incredibly lucrative.
No, I mean,
And I think they always wanted to be kind of just a black box theater, so
yeah, it was not good.
it wasn't the best stand-up
It was
venue,
not good.
but it was perfect for what we needed at the time. It had an outdoor spot and an indoor
I
venue.
never was asked to do the outdoor spot, so I only ever did the indoor spot where no audience members ever set foot.
It got better. It was hit or miss, but
I don't know. I
I
never
had
saw
some
it
good
good.
nights there.
The only time that there was a full that there was an audience in there,
It wasn't my jam or anything.
there was like I don't know, some fucking TLC show or something, some dumb like it might have been
Reality Network.
it might have been
TV.
like Real Housewives of Atlanta or something. One of them wanted to do stand up.
Sounds about right.
So there was like this packed room. That person did the worst 5 minutes I've ever seen.
It
Not
was
ever. It was not good.
It was
And
a very
then-
uppity crowd in there, though.
And then the whole audience left immediately. So like she went like second, and they like bumped the whole list for like 2 actual comics
Yeah.
to like go up ahead to like set the room a little bit, and then she just went up and just ate all the dicks, and then everybody left except for the people who were in the bucket.
Yeah. Stand up stuff, man. It's
Dude,
not everybody can do it.
like her and her party leaving literally stopped the show for like 10 minutes, and then we had to like restart the show after they left.
That sounds about right. They all just came to see her. And
It
then
was literally TV set up. Like I'm
Yeah.
sure that half of the people in that room were paid to be there.
Oh, so they were just filming that for
Yeah.
the TV
yeah,
show.
no, it was real dog
and
shit.
they probably didn't even use it because of
Like
how
the 2 real
garbage it was.
comics that they put up front, they pretended to do bucket draws for the footage.
Oh yeah, that's pretty pathetic.
That's why I don't like roll call theater.
Hey, what can you do?
Not go.
Well, I like Alex.
I mean, she's been nice the few times that we've hung out at all, but I don't see her around a lot.
She goes to McCracken.
Different circles.
She goes to McCracken sometimes,
Occasionally, yeah.
but
Not very often.
she's cool. She's been around for a while and does shows, and there's like 600 comics in Atlanta right now. Something
Nah,
crazy like
there
that.
might be that many in the Discord.
Not
but
active, but total.
there's a lot.
There's at least 100 on any given weeknight. Out
Yeah, oh
doing
yeah,
stand-up.
for sure. So between all the places, yeah.
So that's a lot.
It's a lot of people, man.
That's a lot of mouths to feed.
Yeah, but there's
Because if you think, like, ideally, if you're making a living at comedy, you'd want to make like $100 every night.
Yeah.
Maybe not all at once, but like ideally, you'd want to make like $700 a week, and then you
Yeah.
could live and survive. So you got 100 comics; they all got to make $100. What is that, like $100,000 or something like that
That's good math.
a night that we had to make?
Yeah, and a lot of the problem is like
That may not be accurate.
everybody's at different stages, because like how many
10,000.
people, how many of those 100 are good enough that they should be making a living.
Yeah. It's
You know what I mean?
$10,000 a night.
You got 10, probably. And then you've got, I don't know, probably 50 that are just like, that are,
I think there's more than 10 that deserve to be making a living.
I mean, also, yeah, I guess.
Out of the 600 total comics, there's probably 100 that deserve to.
Out of the 600,
Reach
yeah,
the
I'd
next
say that's a
level.
fair enough
Yeah.
number. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably right.
So, yeah. So we need $10,000. We need $70,000 every week, and whatever that is times 4 every month.
Ooh, man.
7 times 4. would
Yeah,
be
but
like-
then, but I don't know, man. There's too many people who just aren't going to help.
yeah, we would need like $300,000.
You got to find the people who you like you and you like enough that they're willing to help you. And I mean, not even just like help you, but like literally make like an even like I get this, you get that trade. It's wild how many comics just don't even want to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Where you're like, hey man, let's do a little tip, like help each other out here, and people will be like, nah.
Everybody has a life, though, right? Everybody
Yeah.
has other stuff going on. Because you have to make money, and
You do.
and you have to do this all the time, or else you get nowhere.
Yeah.
And so that's a difficult thing to balance for most people.
Yeah.
Unless you're single, you got a job where you can travel or take time off. Like I just left my work to come do this.
Hell yeah.
Most jobs be like, "What are you going to do?" No.
What's the beauty of the post-COVID world is nobody can afford to fire anybody.
That too.
So everybody has it now.
Yeah, but like I basically work for myself when I have to work.
Yeah, which is the best.
It's an ideal situation.
Yeah. And like I don't know, man. Like if you really want to do comedy, then your whole priority should be to do as much comedy as you can. So like yeah, you got to balance stuff, but in your balancing, you should at least be making effort to find a day job situation that's going to enable you to do more comedy.
Yeah.
And like some people don't even seem interested in that.
Yeah.
I don't know what your approach is about, man.
What always throws me off is when you like ask a comic to do a show, and then they're like, "Oh, I can't do that one. I gotta work early the next day." I'm like, "Bro, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Work early.
Welcome to fucking comedy, man. That's like
That's
a lot
when
of
I
the thing.
show up late."
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna put work over comedy, you might as well work.
Yeah.
Might as well make some money.
Yeah.
Because this is not gonna make you money at
No.
first.
It's going to take a long, long time of losing money.
I've invested so many thousands of dollars
I have
into
no
this.
idea.
I can't even imagine.
Can't even no idea.
It would make my mom cry if she knew
They
the
would- yeah,
exact
they would
amount
not
of
be
money
happy.
that I've
It would-
dumped into this.
It would make me cry. It would
I'll
make
be
me
like,
it would make me cry if I saw how much money you spent.
I could have bought what? A house, a stable living.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like, what the fuck, man?
I've turned down good jobs, like great jobs with benefits and like American dream type stuff. But this is what matters.
yeah,
This
but
is
that's
what
all
I'm gonna
fake
be-
anyway.
Yeah, it's not gonna be. And I realize now I'm 30 years old. Now I'm starting to feel old. Where like I'm glad I took the chances. I'm glad I struggled through
Yeah.
making these pop punk records that nobody believed in and nobody cared about. Like I'm
Nobody
glad
listens
I did it.
to.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm glad I did that because at least I have something to show for like
Yeah.
the past 15 years of my life.
Yeah.
And yeah, like nobody listened to it, but my friends liked them, and
No, I know. I'm just talking
some
shit.
people. No,
You
you're not.
know.
It's not. It's not inaccurate. Nobody cared, but I'm glad I did it, and
It's fun, man.
we had some crazy shows. Like a bunch of people met their friends through our shows, and
Yeah.
vice versa. Like I met people through other people's shows, and like I wouldn't have changed that for I wouldn't have taken
Yeah.
that job in retrospect.
Yeah, man. And plus, you wouldn't have had all those fun drugs.
Yeah. Well, I maybe didn't need those, but if
No, but hey,
I
man,
learned.
you had fun with them for a while.
I learned who I was. I learned what was important to me,
Yeah.
and yeah, it is what it is. If I have kids, I'm not gonna allow them to do it.
No, no. You need to have, like, I don't know.
There's got to be something wrong with you to want to be in this business
Yeah.
once you learn its ugly truths, cause it sucks.
Yeah.
It's terrible,
But it's fun.
but it's so awesome.
But it's fun.
And when you hit that wave, it's like a better high than any drug. Like,
Dude, last night at McCracken's was particularly fun.
yeah, I had a good set too. I was driving home. I was like, man, that felt good. Like,
Yeah, I took a video. I never take video.
nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I hardly ever take video.
Doing the bangers.
I don't even like posting stand-up clips online.
No, I need to whenever I have a space for my computer, I think I'm gonna start going and clipping up those old podcast episodes.
Yeah, that's fun. That's way better.
Because
than
there's some good
stand-up
stuff
clip.
in there. Because also, like, I don't know, I think the kind of stand up that you and I do, where it's like, these are jokes,
Yeah,
you really can't post clips because you're burning it.
yeah,
So, like, we need to find a different kind of comedy to post.
Yeah,
Because it
I don't
really
want to
will
post
ru-
my written material.
it'll
It's not
ruin,
meant for that.
Yeah, it'll ruin your stand up. And, like, I don't know, man. Riffing is pretty unreliable.
Yeah,
Because, like, sometimes the person is just a dummy.
I'm
you never know.
definitely a material guy. I have to do my
Yeah.
material. That's what I want to do. That's like what works for me. So I don't like burning material on the
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah, I'm the same way. So, like, I think, the podcast is a good way to have something else that you can clip
Yeah.
and not have to burn your material. And then hopefully build an audience off of that who can see you do stand up and be like, oh, he's actually better at this.
Yeah. That's what I want. Because like I said, stand-up is best in a theater, in a room, dimly lit with a sound system and lights
buddy.
and all that. All right. We're at like an hour.
Hell yeah.
Follow Trent Ludzack on the internet
I'm on the internet.
to see his clips that aren't stand-up.
You'll see him eventually.
And peace.
Bye.